Good morning everybody and welcome to Luton Airport. Good afternoon, just touching afternoon, and our first aircraft departure is an EasyJet. Hope you're all keeping well. Very cold here this morning at Luton. Morning core. Got loads of aircraft getting ready for push and start here at London Luton. They call it London, even though we're in Bedfordshire. Sunny Bedfordshire, but a very cold one. As you can see, it's fighting the wind up there. Gusting up to 28 knots here today. I'm going to say Heathrow, Luton. Pan around to the pad at the moment, here at the apron. And saying good morning to K-Planes, Nicola Taylor from Lempton Spa. And WP, morning. Valentino. And very windy indeed. So that aircraft just taken off was an A320 off to Geneva. We have quite a few taxiing down. We do have a Wizzair taxiing down as well. Paul Grace, thank you very much for the stars over on Facebook. We're on Facebook, YouTube and on Twitch for a windy and cold Luton Airport. And at the moment we have Shirley over on Facebook and we have Jules over on YouTube. And Nigel Pass, I have your parcel packaged up, ready to be sent. It'll be sent out tomorrow, just so you're fully aware. And Nicholas, good to see you streaming from Luton, thank you very much. And what was the one before the EasyJet? One before the EasyJet, that was a, I'll find it for you. It's literally just gone out. I can't find it. Where has it gone? It was nice, but I can't find it on the radar. I'm looking on the radar, but I can't find it, unfortunately. But it was a nice Bizz Jet that went out, and that's from London Midland train spotter. Ian, better commentary than one of your. Thanks Ian, really is appreciated. So joining us today, we've got Steve Jeffries. He's joined us this morning. He's one of our photographers. He's come up all the way up from Gloucestershire. Took him 6 hours, bless him. You know. Tractors up this way, drive faster than he does. Saying hello to Natalie and little Esme, his wife and child. And Darren, the gusty winds at London Heathrow today. At Luton, yes, it's absolutely freezing. Wolfgang, good morning from Frankfurt. And R.0 or R.O, just watching you live and part next to you. Fantastic. Saying good morning to you. Thank you very much for watching us. Really is appreciated. So, on our last stream at Heathrow, which was a fantastic one, again, thanks for everyone for joining us there. We were asked about having a radar system so we can actually say where the aircraft are coming from and where they're going to. And we've now implemented that. So hopefully, going forward, I can give you an idea of what's going on, what's coming in, what's going out, etc, etc. Do A330s land at Luton? That is from Paul Murphy. We have many different aircraft land here. 777s have landed here before. 767s, A310s, and we also had an A330 in on one of my last streams. We had an A330 in, which was very nice indeed. So I'm just going to change the shutter speed on this one for you, so we can get some prop blur on the aircraft. This arrived a bit earlier on, so just at this point here there's a bit of a dip. It goes down and we lose the aircraft. It's getting by the engine test beds just here. The aircraft there behind there was on an engine run earlier on. So this is a PC-12. Taxiing at a moment. And here's Stuart. Nice to have met you in the Fiesta next to you. Oh, excellent. Come and say hello. Don't be afraid. I won't bite you. I promise. I'll be gentle. There's no Dave Burger bar up here, so I can't buy you a coffee or a burger. Good afternoon from Super Bob. I'm going to change my camera a little bit to make it a bit smoother. A nice prop there. And earlier on we had snow here, would you believe it or not? I did contemplate, was I doing the right thing or not? Saying hi to Pip and Caroline Booty. And Natalie's put, yeah, Steve drives like a pensioner. And hi to Paul Frost. You can feel the wind. You can hear it probably on the microphone. Now he's departed, we can change the settings back. We have a Wizzair taxiing out. And afternoon to Janet Lowe. And Paul has given the old live stream a thumbs up, thanks very much. David, hi from Sydney. And Heathrow Live, good morning, it's Carl. How are you doing? I'm at Heathrow today, watching big birds coming in. Fantastic. You had some spray here earlier on. So we have a Bizz Jet taxiing out. Luton is one of the busiest Bizz Jet hubs that I know of. And this is a Gulf Stream. Following behind it, we have a Wizzair. I was going to say WizJet then. Oh, the wind. Oh. And you can see the test beds there. The aircraft. One on the left just had an engine test. And as we pan around, join the Gulfstream, getting ready for departure. Got one call for the ILS. Morning, Andrew Strain. And Joyce, thanks so much for the stars. And hi to Mark Russell. And Stuart Owen has said, turn up EGUL on Friday the 18th AM and I'll buy you a coffee. Wow, we'll have to look at my diary. I can't refuse a cup of coffee. Hi to Ian and Joyce, thanks so much for the stars. And Joyce, again, thank you very much for joining us. Ian Nurse, morning. and Angestrain, afternoon to you. So if they go down, if they turn left here, what they're doing a backtrack here at Luton. It's known as a backtrack. So they go to the end of the runway, and then they'll turn around, and then they'll depart. And what we'll do, we'll just hold it there for a second while he taxis down. So he's taxiing right to the end of the runway. He'll turn around and then depart. Keely, how long will we stay in here? Hopefully for a few hours until I get too cold. And Andrew Austin, had some rain here last night during the night. Yes, I was working last night and we had some rain just as I got into bed, funny enough. Should get some nice spray off the engines as he departs. Runway is still classed as wet at the moment. Saying hi to Bhaskar and Howes, David Cartwright, we mentioned hello to you, and hi Chris. So nice bit of variety. EGGW, have a high ladder. Yes, you need a high ladder here. And he's rolling. It's definitely better in the summer up here. I keep doing it coming up out in the winter days. No spray at all. Wizzair now, getting ready for departure. And this is an Airbus 321 heading off to Krakow. Probably pronounced that completely wrong, as I do. I even pronounced my wife's name wrong. Boy, bless her. Don't worry, she won't be on here. And for those who watched me the other night, or the other day at Heathrow, I got my curry. Get in. Didn't have bangers and mash, I got the curry that I wanted. Someone just called for the ILS for 125. So here, if they bank left, they're heading to Europe. If they bank right, they're heading up north or Ireland. And it's exactly the same if they go straight on, they'll be heading to the north or to Ireland. He obviously will be banking to the left. There he goes. Oh, and there's a gust of wind. Do have an Embraer Legacy inbound from Paris. That's next in line for approach. I'll wait for him to get a bit closer and then I'll pan around to him. Saying hi to Steve Curtis. It was snowing slightly in Hemel this morning, yes. When am I back at Lakenheath? That'll be next week back at Lakenheath for you. And Bhaskar is watching in Delhi and fast as funk. Glad I said that. Slowly, saying good morning. German registration there. And he'll taxi off at the Bravos. So we have the Alpha, which is this end, and we have the Bravos, which is the other end, the landing end. So here we have the EasyJet taxiing onto Alpha. And this is an A319. And he is heading off to Inverness. Saying hi to Martin. Keith B, hope you bought the hat to keep your hair out of your face. Yeah. Don't you know it? Another good airport for spotting is the Docklands Airport, a lovely place. I used to do photography quite a lot from that location, and we'll be heading there in the future when traffic picks up. This is going to Inverness. You can see he's fighting the wind. And we shall leave it there for a couple of seconds. Trying to catch up your chat. Saying hi to Isaac. How often do they inspect the runway? Here at Luton, they inspect it quite often. Saying hi to Gordon and Martin. Welcome to my home. Yes, Martin, I hope you keep well. Saying hi to Phil. And Leslie, good morning, Leslie. Good morning, James. Oh, good afternoon, good afternoon, James. David King, good afternoon. And Cops Hub. And A Love 2. Good afternoon to you. So we'll pad around to the next aircraft inbound. And this is an E35L inbound now. Hasn't got the destination where it's come from. We're getting a bit of a gust at the moment. Should be gusting up to about 28 knots here today. From American registration there. So like I was saying earlier on, Luton is one of the busiest cargo Bizz Jet hubs. Next in line on approach is a Ryanair coming from Barcelona, still at 2,000 feet. And out of curiosity, thank you very much for the £5 is appreciated. And Carl, good afternoon from Dublin. Good afternoon, Mark Webster. And did you get any? Yeah, I was there to air with the typhoons. Unfortunately, I didn't get any footage. I would have loved to have. And Ash Watts, good afternoon. Shared once again to the Devonshire Radar Corridor Spotters Group. Thank you very much. Hi to Sean. And Ian, I've seen that at EGGD a few times. James Milligan, with the private jets there from US to the UK, do they do north then stop somewhere, refuel? I presume they would stop in the north somewhere, probably Iceland or Greenland or somewhere like that, and then back in. then Mark Webber reps off to the pub. Perfect time for a beer. So if I do miss some of your chat today, I do apologise. I'll try and keep up as much as I can. And if you are new to us, welcome. If you have subscribed to us, thank you very much. And thank you for your continued support. It really is appreciated. So we're panning around now to the Ryanair as he's inbound. And it's blinking freezing up here, guys. I'm not going to do it. Oh, stupid idea. You can see he's fighting the wind. Still a good landing. Gusting 28 knots here. And then we have another Bizz Jet taxiing out now. Looks if it's a NetJet or VistaJet even, sorry. VistaJet taxiing out. And we'll leave it there while he taxis down at the moment. And Leslie's just done some shares. Thanks so much. Andrew Austin, how's Emily? Emily, she's alright. She's yeah, she's okay. She's doing okay at the moment. Things are doing okay, fingers crossed. It looks rather windy there, but luckily you've got no snow like we had this morning. We had some snow here this morning. We had a little dusting, shall we say? Not full, but a little dusting. Saying hi to Colin, and Val's put, "Don't worry, summer's on its way." Do you know what? It can't come quick enough. I don't like cold weather. I love the heat, apart from heat haze. Once you get heat haze, I don't like that bit, but I do like the warmth. So we'll pan around to the VistaJet, getting ready to park. Again, he's got no his call sign is VJT for 80. Hi to Lara or Laura. Holding there while he's at the hold. Hi Sarah and Chris Payne. Good work as ever. Would you consider? Yep, I'm thinking of Stansted soon in the very near future. And Cora's put from Zavinberg, Holland. We do like Holland. One of our favourite locations. That's just the car might have just lost his light guard. So he's going for a straight out departure on the Alphas. No one's pushing back. It's not going to have a busy spell. Isaac, summer will be here sooner. I won't mention that. Coding world. Terry, good afternoon. And when are you back at East Midlands? So I was planning on going tonight, but it's going to be too cold up there. So what we're doing is we're going to go up to East Midlands at least once a month. That is the plan going forward. We're going to be doing it once a month. Waiting for the next aircraft to taxi out or arrive. But there's a car park over there, and that's the old area where EasyJet was based. Afternoon to Simon and Baron. And take care, Webbo. Webbo's off for a beer by the sound of it. I think I need a hot chocolate. And James, I fear the Vulcan will never move again, unless, yes, I read that yesterday. Not good news about the Vulcan. So what is next? Jet. By the looks of it, getting ready. But this is absolutely bitter up here. I'll watch a car try and reverse off the mole. And Mark Berwick, get yourself a pint or two. Enjoy, Daz. Thanks very much for the donation. Really is appreciated. Thank you. And Han, nice to see you, my friend. And Andrew Austin, DHL had a new Boeing 777 delivery a few days. I do believe it's not been delivered yet. There's one to be delivered very soon. If that's the one you're on about. Need that wind to drop a couple of knots, and that'd be quite nice up here now. The sun's out. I can feel the heat on the back of my legs. Got a Wizzair being pushed back. We'll leave that there for a couple of seconds. And Eco, hello, good afternoon. So please do share us around, please do pass us about. We're absolutely free of charge and we love what we do and we appreciate your support. But while we wait for some movement, we'll show you one of the graphics of Luton. So this is Luton Airport. Got runway 25 and 07. They are landing on 25 at the moment. And you can see there a bit of information about Heathrow, I keep calling this Heathrow, Luton. You can see Luton here. It's mainly used by low-cost airlines. You've got Ryanair, EasyJet and Wizzair. Plus you have Blue Air as well here. And at the back there, we've got quite a few business aircraft. And if you are liking your Bizz Jets, I can pan around and I can show you some of the Bizz Jets signature here. So there's a selection over there, and there's more over the other side. But what we'll do, we'll keep it on to these aircraft that are parked here at the moment while we await aircraft to taxi out to us or arrive. And Dylan, good afternoon, Dylan, and Saz, good afternoon. And you see an easy tail, yes. That was on the toe. I'm just looking on radar to see if we have anything inbound. We do have an inbound. It's just quite a way at the moment, coming from Krakow. There's an A319 EasyJet coming in. He's still a way out. We've got the Wizzair that's just pushed back. But they do have the DHL A310 that parks up here as well. Sometimes it's a 757, and we know Jane loves the 757. So big planes for cargo, I mean, yes, we do have big aircraft here for cargo. Which depends if you're lucky enough to get the aircraft actually in for the day. They come in at night time and they go out first thing in the morning. And Nicholas said he might have an Italian Herc over his head shortly. Get a picture of that. We have an EasyJet now taxiing out. And this EasyJet is off to Glasgow. It's an A320 taxiing out. It'll come into your screen from left to right any second now. But he's off to Glasgow. And Richard Aviation, hope you're keeping well. Afternoon to you. Said there's a little dip that they go into there, so what I try and do is normally miss when they taxi down to this little area, and follow out. It will be a Wizzair going off to Poznan, an A320, and he'll be taxiing around in a minute, and he'll be joining them around about this area here. And then we do have a EasyJet inbound. Hi to Marcel from Amsterdam. Hi to Matt Cat Lady and Martin Devon. Still no F-15s. No, that's next week. That'll be next week. If the weather's good, you'll be joining us next week for some F-15 action. I promise you some F-15 action, if not Typhoon action. One or the other. See the Herc coming over the top of us. He is, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to see him or not because of the cloud base. If I could see him, I'll pan into him. Steve, Italian Herc, Italian. He is to the right of me, but unfortunately the cloud base is not good. Hi Tom. ILS25. It would have been nice to get the Italian Herc there. Unfortunately, cloud wasn't allowing me. As you can see, the cloud is quite dense here. So that's off to Glasgow. And then we have the Wizzair taxiing down now. God. And the wind. Whew. JH says hi Jules and Daz, Becky Davis, and hi Jim. And how are we today? Absolutely freezing. And hi Robert. If Bizz Jets are your thing, EDC 857L Air Charter Scotland Embraer Legacy Prestwick 1431 into Luton. So we'll pan around now to the Wizzair. out now. Yes, there was some sleet here this morning. I did have an hour thinking, yeah, am I going to be brave enough to want to go out? So this aircraft now is off to Poznan. And then inbound we do have a EasyJet. Bizz Jet taxiing down. Pan around. We'll hold it there for a few seconds while the Bizz Jet taxis down. Pan around now to the Bizz Jet. Aircraft just to get it closer. Saying hi to accounts officer. Pan around now. This aircraft now taxiing down here will take a full length, and there's Zulu, the Italian Hercules off to Reykjavik. Yes, and it went straight over the top of us, but unfortunately the cloud didn't allow me to see him and pan into him. Otherwise we would have watched him go over the top of us. I'm not very good at dot spotting, but I'd have given that a go. And James, my first flight was at a BA Viscount. And Robert, do you mind me asking what camera you use? No problem at all. I do use the Panasonic AG-CX350. That's from Robert. was a lot more than that. Pan it around here again as we wait more aircraft to arrive. Any plans for London City Airport? Yes, in the future when it gets a bit more busier at London City, we certainly hope to be there. So that is off to Charleston. That was a Global Express, so I presume Charleston in the USA. Can you be able to listen to military aircraft at Lakenheath? Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to broadcast any form of ATC. Otherwise I would for you guys, but obviously I can listen into it and tell you what's going on, but unfortunately I'm not allowed to broadcast it. I could do a video with it pre-recorded, but unfortunately I can't broadcast it. And Jim says London City looks amazing at night time. Yes, with the backdrop of London it does look absolutely fantastic. Karen, enjoying watching your feed, nervous flyer and flying out of here in a few weeks to Budapest with Wizzair, as long as the test negative for COVID. Fingers crossed. Never be a nervous flyer. These guys that fly these aircraft are highly trained professionals. They are trained at the highest standard possible, and nothing could ever go wrong with one of these aircraft. Most of these aircraft now are fully automated. The pilot there was obviously would have used his skills to bring aircraft into land. But yes, I would not. My wife is a bit of a nervous flyer. She used to be a fantastic flyer, but then she started watching Air Crash Investigation, and that was the worst move she ever did, watching that, because now she's nervous as hell, and she's always, what's that noise? What's this noise? What's that noise? What are they doing now? What's this? And I've always said to her, don't worry. When the man at the front leaves, we have to follow. That's all I say to her. When he goes, we go. When I say man, it could be a female, obviously. But like I said, they're all highly trained, skilled, to the highest level. And taxiing out now, we do have a... No, that was just landed. I was going to say that's Krakow landed. We're looking what else is coming in. Coming in, we do have another Wizzair, but it's a bit of a way out at the moment. And then William Keeley says, how often do we stream? We try once or twice a week. I have a full-time job, but I try and bring you a live stream once or twice a week. And Han says, great to your wife. Cool. That wind. Oh, I've got gloves on, but no tights. Getting on the conversation about tights again. Engine start approved. Which part of the UK are you from? We are from, I'm originally from Watford. A little town, it was a town, now it's like a city, but Watford. and now I live in a little towny place called... I'm fine, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. And now I'm from a little place called Berkhamsted, near Hempstead, which is only about 20 minutes away from Luton, and it's also about 20 minutes away from Heathrow on a good day. On a bad day, about 4 hours from Heathrow. I'm thinking of Cosford Air Show this year, if it goes ahead. Have you been, and is it any good? Cosford, if you're a photographer, you're shooting into the sun all day, but it is a fantastic air show. Been many a times, so I'd highly recommend it. And what's the winds in knots? The last time I looked, it was gusting up to 28 knots this morning, but it feels a lot more than that. Afternoon to Gary. And hi to Fred from Norwich on the coast. If it's windy up the coast, I bet you get some nice waves cracking on the beach there. And saying hi to Miriam. Yes, and Andrew Austin, watching programs like that certainly can make you paranoid. Yes, my wife, like I said, went from a fantastic flyer to a nervous flyer, and I told her to stop watching them programs. And Jim's, I'm seriously starting to worry about Darren's fascination with tights. Yes, and aviation fuel. You can get the AV fuel, but probably not the tights. I can hear some aircraft are starting up. So we have Wizzair now just joining, coming from QNAS. It's an A320 just joining on the ILS, the instrumental landing system. And KP planes, we might bump into each other there because I go plane watching there often. Well, if you are, come and say hello. Don't be afraid to say hello. Oh. Oh, and the wind, it feels like it's actually dropping down now, but it might be just me. So we're waiting the one on approach, and we've got quite a few, by the sound of it, pushing back. So at the moment, winds are gusting up to 41 miles per hour here. 41 miles per hour. My hair is all over the place. And Cora's put there is an embryo inbound. And Nelly says, don't watch the Final Destination program. No chance. No chance. That's a program not to watch. Which direction is it blowing from? It's blowing, by the feel of it, it's blowing down the runway 25. So it's coming from behind, so it's blowing and from west to east at the moment. That's from Mark Adams and Konichi from Japan. Good afternoon to you. And Matt Catlade, I bet Darren has a jaw especially for tights. Oh yes. Oh dear. I've got to get off the tights. James puts, or snakes on the plane. No, I don't like snakes. And Leslie put, now Darren, and that's you funny. Your hair's all over the place. Yes. God. Look, my hair all over the place. and Brenda. Great in Arizona. Hope you're keeping well. So on final at the moment, coming from Cairns, is an Embraer Legacy 500. We'll wait for it to get a bit closer and then we'll pan around, and then behind that we do have an EasyJet, not an EasyJet, a Wizzair even. Oh, but taxiing down or pushing back, we do have an EasyJet. Strong winds, I can hear it, yes, it certainly is. Leslie, you got a beanie hat on, Darren. I've got 2 hats on and I'm still cold. Two hats on and I'm still feeling it. And I've got gloves on. And KP Plays always fly into Luton on my micro flight simulator 2020. Going on about flight simulators, I used to be in a virtual air traffic controller when you're on VATSIM at Luton and Birmingham. Used to love that. Fantastic. Fantastic little thing doing that. Stuart Hart, I'm bald, but wind plays havoc with my eyebrows. Oh, that's good, I like that. Yes, that's good, I like that. And Keith B, too much hair for one hat. Oh, that tickled me, that is. Yeah. Shave your eyebrows. I can tell you a little story about someone we shaved their eyebrows from. She dared me, so I did. Oh dear. Nelly, GTFC, I wonder how many people work in those control towers. Quite a few, I'd have thought. And right, we're going to pan around for the next arriving aircraft. As I was saying earlier, Luton is one of the busiest Bizz Jet airports, along with Farnborough and Biggin Hill. Another couple of busy airports. And you can see the Bizz Jets behind this EasyJet that's taxiing out. Alison tidy. And did Darren get his curry? Oh yes, he did. Get in, he got his curry from Heathrow. When I was at Heathrow the other day, I carried on back to get me curry and not me bangers and mash. I got the curry. Matthew Brown, afternoon. What time are you staying at Luton till? Depending on how cold I get, but I'm hoping for about 4ish. And any A220s have been in. I've not seen any at the moment. Is there an NG Cargo A330 on the deck? It might be hiding behind the hangar. But at the moment I can't see it. inbound. I like as I was Heathrow, if it gets too dark or too bright, please do inform me and I'll change the settings to help with that. So we do have a Wizzair coming in now. And as it gets a bit closer, I shall pan around. I take it's mostly EasyJet, Wizzairs and Bizz Jets at Luton and Ryanair's, yep. And BG, I loved you at Heathrow, not just for the other guy. Thank you very much for the comments, nice, really appreciate it. And afternoon, Donny Palmer. And Aviation in 4K, are you on your van? I am indeed. And it feels about 3 or 4 degrees colder up here than it does down there. So I'm going to pan around now to the inbound aircraft, the Wizzair. Come from Cunas. Pan around to the next one. Yes, an EasyJet holding at Alpha 1, and we'll leave it there for a couple of seconds. Just got to change a battery from a radio.
That's what I call a good spot.
It is fantastic. So what I am doing, I am listening to ATC on the radio, so it gives me a heads up of what's going on. Saying hi to Terry and Mohammed. And Rusty White. The spot is literally just off of Chiltern Green Road. I don't know the names of the road, but yes, it's a nice little spot. Very nice indeed. Hi Jane, hope you're keeping well. Don't worry about them, Jane. You just stick with us, we'll look after you. Trying to get my radio working. Got another inbound. Wait for him to get a bit closer and then we'll pan into him. Bear with me while I'm trying to get my little radio working, so it gives you an idea what's going on. It's telling me my batteries are dead. Always the way. So we have the EasyJet waiting for departure, followed behind another Bizz Jet, one inbound. We're just going to wait for him to get a little bit closer before we pan around to him. Okay, I'm going to pan around to him now. Oh, that wind did drop for a few seconds but picked up again now. Hi Les. Yeah, I won't mention what you just put yes, but yeah, this is known for that as well. Pan around for the next arriving. Gusting 41 miles per hour here at times. American registration. Pan around to the next one. I'll hold it here while we wait. So he's come from Abu Dhabi. And then the EasyJet is off to Aberdeen, lined up on the threshold, on the holding point there. Coming in, we have a Bombardier. He's coming in from Manchester. And behind him, then we have a Ryanair. So I've got quite a few inbound now. And here it says it's 290 17 knots. Gusting up to 41 at times. And where are you parked? Is it okay for spotters? Yes, you need ladders. Not unless you're 8 foot tall like Steve Jeffries, and you'll be fine. But yeah, you do need ladders. Roland, nice to see a little bit of action from Luton Airport. Bathed in Hertfordshire, Bedfordshire. Yes, beautiful here at the moment. Just very, very, very windy and cold. Hi Saz, back. Does anyone fancy a holiday? Saying hi to Paul Turk. Keith in Miami, good day all. Hello Darren, hope your daughter is doing well. Yes, she's okay, thank you very much. Saying hi to Dunn Trucking. And we're waiting for that aircraft just to get a bit closer. Scott Stevens just flew over my house. On approach, engines were so loud. Hope you're keeping well, Scotty. And if you ever feel like you want to donate towards a lorry driver that has to go to food banks on a regular basis, children are wearing socks 4 or 5 times. You know where I am, Scott. Well done, my friend. Well done. Well deserved. And we're panning around to the next one inbound. Whoa, Gus there. Not for him, obviously for me. And they make it so easy, make it look so easy touching down there. In with the gust of winds, literally just glides in on approach. And that's why I said to you earlier on, if you are a nervous flyer, you shouldn't be. Full control there. And they do have a go-around procedure if anything's up. Saying hi to Admir and Ryan. Darren, you still feeling the effects of your curry? Oh, well, I'm feeling the moment wrong, but I find tonight. Just to put the old cockles up. We have Ryanair on approach. He has come from Kerry. And Simon Cousins just watched this go past my house, live under the turning point and to line up. And howdy from Paul and Stephen Hale. Good afternoon. We have another EasyJet taxiing out. This EasyJet taxiing out now is off to Turkey. So the first one on the we're looking at now is off to Aberdeen, and then the next one after that is off to Turkey. Don't get talked about cake, Alison. I love a bit of cake. Right, so we're pan around to the next one, which will be a Ryanair coming in from Kerry. Have 4 getting ready for departure now. Remember, if they do have to do a go around. Hi Nigel. And that last executive jet was from Manchester. I wonder who was in that. Always nice to know who's actually in these aircraft. Saying hi to Hans. And David B, approximately how many Bizz jet movements in a day? I would like to say a number, a figure, but I presume every day is different. But I would say absolute loads. So inbound we do have a Air Charter Scotland from Bizz Norton coming in. And then behind, I was going to say behind that, it's coming in, there's going to be another Ryanair, but it's actually going past. So you do have an aircraft coming in from Bizz Norton. Oh. And Brian Nash, it could have got to Aberdeen by now. Yeah, probably would have done. And hi to Jane. From a pub in Hove. How lucky. I hope it's a nice warm pub. Oh. This. At the moment it's saying 18 knots normal current winds, gusting up to 41 miles per hour. That is pretty strong winds. So we have now the EasyJet departing. Roll on summer, eh? This is Alpha 1 intersection, taxiway. No worries, David B. I would say I'd hazard guess. I'd say at least between 20 and 30 Bizz Jets movers a day. That's what I'd put down. Maybe more, maybe less, depending on the day. Nice departure. We'll pan around to the next one on hold. And what we'll do, we'll wait for the next aircraft to get a bit closer. Captain Paul D, you're at my home airport. Well, thanks for joining us this morning, this afternoon even. Really is appreciated. And we'll wait. Oh, here he is. So we're going to pan around. I was going to say we'll wait for him to get a bit closer, but he's actually quite close now. So we'll pan around to him. A Bizz Jet, business jet, from Bryce Norton. So this has come from Bryce Norton this morning, this afternoon. So he's fighting with the wind there. That's little Abby's kind of jet. If little Abby was to have a Bizz Jet, I think that would be it for her. I'll pan around to the next one. I think we've had a crash.